Hey all, welcome back. I thought I've got to wait on, I'm waiting on the bridge arriving for the latest build. I need that to do the neck pocket stuff, but I thought in the meantime, I'll do this. I'm going to refret this neck for a friend. It's an Ibanez Roadstar 2. So this is like 82, 83, it's about 40 years worth of hammering, hammer-ons and stuff on the frets. You can see the wear on it, it's quite terrible. But yes, so I thought, well, let's just have a look at this to see about refretting this neck. Look at that, you see the wear on those frets, eh? It's had a lot of use, that's for sure. There's a couple of little gouges and stuff down this end as well, but I'm not going to try and repair them or anything. Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's a single rod, truss rod, you know, like the modern rods. You've got the flat piece along the top and then the round bar underneath, and then when you tighten it fights against this flat bar on the top, which causes it to bend and stuff. Whereas on this, I'm pretty sure this is like the old style fenders. So basically it's just a rod on its own, and it starts here and comes down like that and then goes up again towards the heel. And then, so you just do the slotting from the back, it's anchored here, and then you drill in from this end and just put a simple sort of nut on the end of the threaded bar with a washer behind it and stuff. And having that bend in the bar, that's how it works basically. When you tighten it, it sort of tries to pull itself straight. I think it sort of pulls the neck back to counteract the string tension. So that was quite interesting, though. But yeah, you see on this one, they've drilled right into the fretboard's got the slot in it as well. It'll just be at the end, like not all the way through. And even the nut, like even the nut's got a channel in it. That's quite strange, eh? And also, you see where the nut shelf is. I'll show it on this side actually, it's easier. Look, that's how they come right down there. So going into the actual neck wood for the shelf for the truss rod. Yeah, it's quite cool, eh? Bit of history, like. A lot of history, really. So anyway, first things first, let's get these frets out. So all you're doing is getting a bit of heat in to help try and soften the wood a little bit. I did think about using a clothes iron and laying it on the frets, but that does have a tendency to get quite a lot of warmth right into the glue joint over quite a wide area, so it's probably safer just to use a soldering iron. I'm just thinking of future issues, you know, like I came in for a refret, you use the clothes iron, got a lot of heat into the glue, and then at some point in the future the fretboard starts separating or something, you know. I don't know, it might be completely mythical, but at the same time I wouldn't want to risk it. You know, this guitar has lasted this long, and then for me to ruin it would be just like, no. So yeah, just go really careful. But so far they're all coming out pretty sweet, so that's good. Let's do the finger test. Ooh, ouch, it's getting warm. Now I've just got to just really carefully try and prise up gently, get a grip of it. And just lift up gently, move it along, lift up gently, move it along. Oh, and there it pings. Careful, there we go. Perfect. Right, so that's all the frets out. Now I just need to find my corky block. I've been checking this too. This is a hell of a radius on it. It's like even the 20, it's wider than 20, I don't know what it is, but it's a hell of a radius, like. And I'm just giving it a light going over with the 240. That's enough. I'm not trying to perfect this, I'm just trying to, you know, just give a wee smoothing up a bit. Maybe for some new frets and stuff. Yeah, that's enough. There we go. I'm not wanting to try and take out any dents and stuff, you know. I'm not interested. So just to give it a bit of a clean up, you know. I think I'll get the tissue and some mineral spirits. So I'm just, first thing I'm doing is I'm just deepening the slot a little bit because they are a bit, they're kind of okay, but the last thing you want to do is get a fret going in there and then only going so far and then getting jammed up. So it's best just to be sure. Make sure this is okay. Yep, that's good. Now I'm using wood glue on this because it's a refret. So I figured it's better to, like a fresh piece of wood, I don't think it really matters. But there's all different, various discussions on it, I suppose, really. But I decided to use a bit of wood glue. I certainly see some of the experienced luthiers cursing about superglue. Oh, didn't use that. I think it makes their job really hard later if there's another refret due. Anyway, so that's looking good. Get that into place. That's looking good. Happy days. So that's in, and then nip the tongue as I go. These, well, nip the fret, sorry, leave the fret in. These didn't have the tangs nipped, they were just, the fret ends were all just shown at the side, so I thought, well, I'll just carry on with that. So yeah, this is basically what I'm doing just now. The board's come up alright, it's a couple of wee chips, nothing major, but you know. I think it's really about getting the guitar playable, because it's just the frets were so bad on it. It was a bit useless as it was. So that's my main job. That's just damp cloth, it's just moisture on there, water, nothing else. Doing this has made me realise I could really do with one of these neck call things. Huh? Make this job a lot easier. Stop it flipping about. You're trying to tap the fret in. Every refret I've done in the past, I've sat the neck on my legs to hammer the frets in. It doesn't really hurt, it's quite stable. So this is different for me. Anyway, just getting some nice new frets in, they're looking pretty good. They do seem to be sitting flat. You get this sort of shadow behind the fret, right down the bottom edge, and it makes you wonder if it's in properly. But I checked with the scalpel and no problems. So yeah, happy days. Right, that's all the frets in. Now I'm going to do my usual. so that suggests the middle's high. See if we can whack it down a bit. Well, that's better. That's another good thing with the wood glue is it doesn't dry instant, so you get a chance to sort of cut the bits out as you go. Get a chance to go over things. It's the wee bit right there in the middle there. This isn't there. There we go. Right, so this fit most of the way along. There we go. Look at that. Lovely jubbly. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sit this in the house. I'm going to leave it for an hour or two to let the wood glue set up a bit. I think I'll do that first and then do all the sorting at the ends and things like that. You know, the shaping the camber. I'm going to follow the fretboard. It's already got like camber on the actual board. I'm just going to follow that with the filing things. So yeah, anyway, I'll go and sit in the house just now, give it a chance to go off, and then we'll come back and do some filing. Right, so I've just tweaked the truss rod. It seems to have a forward bow on this neck, so it's getting quite good now though. That's looking pretty good. I'm holding up to the light straight above us, so I'm using that and checking the string paths with my straight edge as well, which all seem to indicate reasonable degree of levelness. Because you can't always get the necks perfect. Like, you can't always get them 100% levels, so but you have to try and get them as close as you can before you use your leveling beam. So anyway. So I bought the original StewMark Z file, which I'm trying. It looks like it's working pretty good though, must admit. It does look like it's working. So your covers like so, and then you just, once you've done enough of that, turn it over, and do the other side. The idea is it's got the two different angles of inside the facet thing, so doing it one way you create one, like two facets, then turn it over and you create the other facets sort of thing, as it were, or something. But it looks like it's working, so I'll carry on with this just now. It wasn't too bad, there's just a couple of minor spots. There's still had a slight rock, so just take care of them. Now's the time to do it after all, before you polish them up, eh? So next up I'm just going to mask the board off for polishing up, because I don't wanna... That's good that I can use this file no problem without hitting the fretboard at all, especially as the frets are so tall. But I can't, I need to mask the board for polishing up, because that's where things get messy, isn't it? Right then, let's get some polishing done. I'm going to start with the 320 and work my way up. That's all done and dusted now. Frettings are all dressed. It feels really nice, like. It's feel nice and stuff, so we'll see how it goes. Next up, I'll stick it all back together, I suppose, and have a little shot of it while I've got it. So here we have it, one Ibanez Roadstar Series 2. I believe it's a 1987 guitar. I think that's what it is. Just I'm going to try this tremolo, if this works. It's quite stable, eh? It's a really, this thing is, I mean, look how ancient that thing is. The A block, the blocks for clamping the strings, the A ones actually, a chip broke off earlier on there, like, and it's still working though. Yeah, single guitar. So the humbucker, I think the humbucker's meant to split or something, but the tone knob's all funny. I think it's meant to be switching, but it doesn't seem to do anything. But the it's got quite sort of stratty tones to it as well. Yeah, quite cool though. Bit of history lives on to see another day. So yes, a piece of history living on. I mean, he got this guitar when he was 18 years old. He is now, I'm sure he's just over 50. He's either 50 or just over it. I don't know that much. Somewhere around there. But he's had this guitar since he was 18 years old. All that wear on those frets was him. And it kind of explains why he's better on guitar than me. You know, he just, I did, you know. I was out drinking and doing whatever, and he's sitting at home going, learning Joe Satriani and everything, you know. But yeah, it's good though. It's like, you know, because when I arrived, it was kind of just a wall ornament, really. It was very crap, you know, unable to play really, the state of the frets, you know, but simple refret job and boom. Yeah, like I said, I didn't want to go too crazy though. I wasn't trying to, as a guitar builder, you know, you're trying to make things like perfect, you know, you're aiming for that. You want everything to be so nice and tidy and immaculate and just, ooh, you know, but then you get something like this, and that's not really what it's about. All it's about is just getting this guitar back to playing condition, but leaving everything alone. I mean, you know, it's got all these, see the chips at the back end there and stuff, and the decals kind of partly missing, and there's sort of some chips in around the edges and stuff. The back of the neck, I mean, you know, that's got God knows how many years of sweaty hands embedded into the grains and everything, you know. It's got all that going on, and it's all part of the history of the guitar, really. It's all part of his history with the guitar. So I didn't want to try and do that, you know. The fretboard edges, they're not perfect, but again, I wasn't trying to make them perfect or anything like that. You know, it's like I said, this is a true relic of guitar, you know. None of this custom shop nonsense. This is like the real McCoy. This is actually got proper wear and tear from being used and abused. So that's brilliant. So he'll get that back tomorrow, and if I'm lucky, maybe I'll capture him, have a little twiddle on it. Yeah. Anyway, next video, back to the new build. I've been waiting on this arriving. This turned up yesterday, the tremolo, because I need to use this to help me figure out the neck pocket and everything else. So it's just been waiting on that arriving. It's been a bit of a hold up. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to like, comment as usual, and I'll see you all again real soon. Cheers.